Don't make it easy for someone to give you a no. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. Well, today I got to thinking about how often people make it so very, very easy for someone to give them a no answer to their request. If you want to get a yes, then you need to ask the question or the favor or the request in a way that a person is more apt to give you a yes than a no. And often we will meet up with resistance. It can be on the telephone or it can even be in person, where someone kind of wants you to do what's convenient for them. Maybe they don't have the answer, and so, well, they don't know what to say, so they give you a no. I always say, go to the person that can give you a yes answer, but some people can only give you a no answer. Some people don't have the power to give you the yes. And even the people that have the power to give you a yes will often kind of make things easy for themselves and sometimes give someone a no. Now, I'm not saying in all instances, and yet it can happen. It really, really can happen, and often does. So how we request something really does make a huge difference in whether we get a yes or whether we get a no. And every situation is different, and just because we do it perfectly, so to speak, doesn't always mean we will get the yes that we want, but often we will more likely get that yes than if we get a no. Now, one day I was talking on the phone to somebody, and they kept wanting me to be referred to somebody else. And that means I had to call up another number and go through all of that. And I said, no, no, no. And I'm always polite. I'm always professional. I try to always be pleasant. And I said, no, that's not the way it is. And I re-explained to them. And then they tried to kind of shift around again and still try to get me to do what was more convenient for them. And I said, no, that's not the way it is. And finally, they took the information that I needed, and what I needed was accomplished. And had I taken what they first suggested, I would have really ended up with a no answer. And instead, I got a yes answer. So the thing is it's all in the way we ask. Now, I believe in always being professional, polite, kind, thoughtful, honest, all of that. And at the same time, I believe that sometimes we have to stand our ground in the right way and let people know, no, this isn't correct. Or please don't refer me over there. I was just over there and they referred me to you. You know what I'm saying? There's situations where we get runarounds, the runaround. And none of us like that. Or where someone just doesn't want to do their job, and so they kind of push it off to someone else. And so when I know something is right, I make sure I ask the request in a polite, professional, right manner. And at the same time, I'm very solid in the way I speak and the way I request. And if I see someone's trying to detour me in a direction I don't want to go, I then re-request it. And I'm very polite. Like I said, I'm very nice about it. And do I always get what I want? I think if it's the right thing, most of the time, if not all, I do. Sometimes it can take time. Sometimes you do need to go to the right person. Sometimes that person you are talking to may not be the right person to be talking to. And sometimes you do get the runaround. And yet, ultimately, if you stick with it, you're likely to eventually achieve what it is that you want to achieve. And at the same time, a lot of that runaround can be unnecessary if you know how to ask the question right. If you know how to ask the question so that it makes it more difficult for them to give you a no answer. And so, you know, I guess there's a lot of different ways we could say, oh, what do you think I should do? And then that person's probably going to give you the easiest answer. But if you are specific and say, I would like to go here, you're more likely to get that direction than to say, well, I don't know where I want to go. Where do you think we should go? And so how we ask a request is very, very important. And so remember, how you ask a request can determine whether you get a yes or a no answer. So be prepared before you ask a request, and be prepared to do it right, polite, kindly, professionally if needed, and make sure you know exactly how to ask the favor, the request, the question, so that you'll get the answer that you want. From my house to yours, may God bless you. I do hope you like, share, subscribe, and I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.